Mahatma Gandhi is quoted as saying, "Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to cope with it." Youth Month is almost at an end, but before moving on, there is something else to observe. That is, peace can only last when the generations of tomorrow believe in its value and have the tools to see it fixed in the social consciousness. Hi there, I'm Theodore Henry. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. Get settled. All the information we're sharing today you don't want to miss, so please stick around.
Crime and violence is infecting our youth. We must work together to rescue them from the gangs, engage them in productive activities, and safeguard Jamaica's future.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, November 29, 2022. Government is contemplating the declaration of another state of public emergency, SOE, as part of ongoing efforts to curb criminal activity. That's the word from Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who visited the East Kingston Police Division on Monday and toured SOE checkpoints near the Mountain View Police Station.
It is well within our constitution so to do, to make a declaration under new circumstances and with new advice. We are watching the situation very carefully to see whether or not there are any adverse changes as a result of the SOE coming to an end.
The SOE is now in effect in 7 parishes, will expire at midnight, November 29. Mr. Holness says the SOEs have been effective with proven results in enhancing public safety and security. Several government initiatives to spur economic growth, reduce crime, combat human trafficking, and enhance energy and cybersecurity are receiving support to the tune of $34 million. The support is being made by the U.S. State Department's Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs. It includes a total $7 million to tackle violent crime, homicides, and strengthen the country's cybersecurity capacity. $20 million will also go towards stimulating economic activities among the youth. Secretary of State for Political Affairs, Ambassador Victoria Newland, made the disclosure at the U.S.-Jamaica Strategic Dialogue recently.
We want to do more to help you strengthen your own law enforcement system at all levels, including your ability to prosecute folks to conclusion. So it's critical that we work together to create safe environments that allow communities and especially our young people to thrive and to see a positive, clean future for themselves.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, says she is looking forward to further cooperation.
As both sides examine and reaffirm our respective commitments to the Jamaica-USA relationship, it is my fervent hope that we will forge even greater opportunities for cooperation.
Grade 6 students at the Barracks Road Primary School in St. James now have a comfortable learning environment as they prepare for the 2023 Grade 6 Primary Exit Profile PEP examination. A new Grade 6 building, constructed at a cost of $30 million, was opened last week. It includes 4 classrooms, a resource center, and bathroom facilities. The building was funded through a partnership with the Ministry of Education and Youth, the St. James Municipal Corporation, and 16 Montego Bay private businesses. Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, Homer Davis, says the investment is a great benefit to the education sector and will elevate the parish.
This project truly represents what the private-public sector partnership is all about. Today I use this occasion to challenge the students and the teachers to continue to be the leading light in the education sector in this parish. I also challenge the parents and guardians to give full support to your children and by extension, the school.
The Ministry of Local Government continues to make significant strides in the development of markets across the island. Most recent is the completion of the Stony Hill Market in St. Andrew, which was opened last week. Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie says works are ongoing in other areas and funds are being made available to rebuild the Highgate Market in St. Mary, which was destroyed by fire in July.
The estimates and the design for a new market in Highgate has been completed and we are now moving to put that in motion in the new financial year.
Minister Mackenzie says 17 of the $85 million budgeted for the Savannah-Lamar market has been released to the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation to commence phased work, which will include repairs to the roof. Extensive repairs are also earmarked for the Alexandria Market in St. Anne, while the Charles Gordon Market in St. James will benefit from renovation work valued at more than $120 million. And finally, 6 outstanding young Jamaicans have been installed as ambassadors under the Governor General's I Believe initiative. They are Morgan Kellier of St. James, James Peart of Westmoreland, Raveen Kildare from Clarendon, Andrew Johnson from St. Anne, and Nicole Brown and Gavain Ferguson from Kingston and St. Andrew. The new ambassadors were pinned by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen during a ceremony held in Kingston on Thursday. All 6 will work to empower their communities through voluntary programs in the areas of youth upliftment and promoting positive family values and education. Sir Patrick says since 2011, 324 persons have been inducted as I Believe ambassadors, several of whom are young people.
Their dedication to service is most inspiring, even as they navigate the challenges of their youth. The threats of crime and violence, climate change, wars, economic uncertainty. I am encouraged that they continue, our young people continue to do us proud.
We acknowledge the great strides that the I Believe initiative has made in the areas of family, youth, and education. And I am sure that I speak for all newly inducted ambassadors in saying that we are humbled and eager to contribute to this rich legacy.
The I Believe initiative is intended to unite grassroots leaders, communities, and businesses in the quest to use what is right with Jamaica to fix what is wrong with Jamaica. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
The travel file application was created by the Transport Authority for the protection of the commuting public. Please download the travel file application on the Google Play Store or the Apple iOS Store. Once you download the application, put in your phone number, register the application under your phone number, and then you'll be able to verify the license plate that you're going in. Once you verify the license plate and the information of the vehicle, you will then be able to share that trip of the vehicle that you're in. And if there is difficulty on the trip, you then will be able to push a panic button and share your location with others as well. Download the application, give us our feedback at customerservice@ta.org.jm. Don't forget, it's free to download, free to use.
You may not go out seeking conflict. Far too often it invites itself into your life. And if you're not prepared to deal with its presence, the results may be life-changing and not in a positive way. What if you're a student and the possible or real outcome is suspension from school? The Dispute Resolution Foundation has a program that answers that question, a rehabilitative intervention to keep students on the path of peace and learning.
Our journey unfolds in different ways, different paths trodden by the unique whirls and ridges of our footprints. For some, that journey will never make contact with the wrong side, while for others, conflict will become a reality, even as a child. That's where the Dispute Resolution Foundation's School Suspension Intervention Program, SSIP, comes in, making help available for both children and parents.
The Dispute Resolution Foundation provides a safe space for children where they can freely express themselves. So here they are not judged or cursed or bashed or any such thing. So that makes it easier for us to find the underlying issues that need addressing.
So the school suspension intervention program emerged in 2006 as a result of the growing surge of crime and violence in the Spanish Town community to support education officers or educators and persons who work with young people. And the service we provide is a rehabilitative program for students who are at a risk of suspension, those who have been suspended. That's our main focus here in the SSIP. First of all, we have to have a referral. The referral may come from educational institutions. It may also come from, let us say, the family court or CPFSA. Once we receive that referral, we engage the student in an intake session, followed by one-on-one session, after which they will join the psychoeducational group sessions. Following that particular session, we have another one-on-one session. At this point, there are times where we see the need to invite parents and other family members or those a part of the conflict that probably led to the student being referred to us in the first place. After that second one-on-one session, we oftentimes do a post-assessment that will help us to put together our release letter. Now, at the time that we'd be putting together this release letter, of course, there may be an opportunity to refer to another external agency, for example, Child Guidance Clinic. Apart from that, however, we will engage in follow-up sessions with the students.
After 15 years of successful operation, the doors of opportunities that the program has opened to children who are at risk of suspension or those who have been suspended has certainly been something to talk about.
Students are a bit reluctant at times on their first day, especially because they never really see the need for them to be here, as the stigma attached to the program is that, bad picnic, come this side and all of that. But after they understand the program, it's explained to them and what they'll achieve here, they never want to leave at the end.
And that certainly sounds accurate, especially as it aligns with the testimonies of Nicholas Golding and Shamar Steele, now reformed thanks to the program.
My principal introduced me to the program. Well, I was introduced to the program because of some late going to school and some trouble that I was given at school. So I was placed here to get around certain edges that need to be dealt with.
I got into a fight with one of my classmates, then get suspended. And the principal ended up sending me in our program, learn to control my anger, and if we have a certain bad situation.
Well, it helped in a majority of ways because it helps me to counteract with others on a better level, or to deal with disputes that involve being under control and how to react to certain people and how to walk away from certain things that is unnecessary. Some of the things that they use to help me is one-on-one, sitting down with me, helping me to go through certain emotional problems and how to deal with certain problems.
They teach me how to control my anger and teach me effective techniques, how to manage my anger, like walk away and take a deep breath, or just think about something different and relax my muscle, and how to resolve conflict between me and my peer or someone else. Since I've been through so much and I end up start doing movie based on my situation, I movie them, I write them on things that I learn. All of these positive changes is really because I was in the program. I would encourage other person in a similar situation to join the program because they can learn how to control their anger, avoid certain bad situation, put themselves in any trouble, and learn to resolve conflict between them and their parents or their peer or family members.
I would encourage others to be a part of the program because this program helps you in a lot of ways, emotionally, physically, all type of ways that you think that many others, you cannot talk to them about certain things, but these people give an ear to your problem.
We have some marvelous response. We have such life-changing opportunity for them. This is their second chance program We've had moments where students, literally, we are still mommy, daddy, uncles, and aunties for many, even years after exiting the program. Imagine that. They'll still come back wanting to give their time to other students in terms of mentorship. So it's a lifelong relationship that we build with them, which I think speaks to the impact of the program on these beneficiaries.
Parenting need to be strengthened. Parenting. Parents must take charge. We cannot have people becoming parents and you are weak. You cannot allow a gang leader to take your child. I only have these children when they come to me, when the parents send them to me. So, these are your children. How dare you give them over to gang members? You must, and the whole family, must be in charge of the children. Children are children, and they need to be nurtured. We must take control until we hand over to them. That is what needs to be done.
We've seen how the DRF School Suspension Intervention Program changes the life of students. Now it's time for the parents' perspective.
We don't get a lot of people who are our students who are not satisfied. Parents, the major issue for parents though is that they wish their children could come back to the program after their suspension period has ended.
For some parents, they too bear the burden of a child often caught in the unfortunate situation of school suspension. But those who've opted to make use of the Dispute Resolution Foundation School Suspension Intervention Program have seen some incredible responses. Take, for example, Garfield here.
My name is Garfield Warner. My daughter got introduced to the School Suspension Intervention Program. By sending daughter to school, daughter going out good and thing, and after she's reaching a 9-10 grade, she start follow company. Then after that, everything just start go down a different road. You understand? We have to step in as a daddy and make sure it's everything all right with her. So now we get introduced to the program.
God sent. It's a God-sent program. That's what we tend to get from our parents. And they too, whenever they're having any issues at all, it could be with their colleagues, they are calling to access the program. We actually have programs for our parents, such as the parent sensitization, so they too benefit from this service that we offer.
After being a part of the program, the first half she was skylarking. After the program and such, then she step up. She left school with a couple of subjects and things. I would encourage other parents to send them children to the program. Things start from a tender age, and all things going right now, everybody smaller is exposed to everything. It come in the movie, it come in the songs. It come around the communities. So, that program is a good program.
So, if as a parent or guardian Garfield's story sounds anything like yours, then
feel free to reach out to the Dispute Resolution Foundation. We can provide that listening ear. We will also advise you and make referrals where necessary. Parents, feel free to reach out to us if you feel overwhelmed as well, because we know raising children, we don't get a manual to do that. So it's a bit tedious and we learn as we go. So let us help each other. Feel free to reach out to us and we will do our best to assist you. Parents, if you have children at home and you are noticing any maladaptive behavior, they are not listening to you, they're not talking as much, eating as much, any form of abnormal behavior, and I mean behavior that you don't normally see them with, do not be afraid to reach out to the Dispute Resolution Foundation.
For the School Suspension Intervention Program, the numbers supported are high, the commitment remains steadfast, and the tools are available and always ready to assist, even for parents.
My hope for the program is really the end goal is to see a peaceful culture. So I want improved communities and improved livelihoods for our students. That is what I hope to see, and I hope that will be impactful for years to come so that this can be achieved in the end. That is the mandate of the Dispute Resolution Foundation. Well, first of all, we have to have a referral. The referral may come from educational institutions. It may also come from, let's just say, the family court or CPFSA.
After the referral is made, an intake session is done, followed by a one-on-one session, then a psychoeducational group session, and another one-on-one session. A post-assessment is then conducted to help put together a release letter with an opportunity to refer students to another external agency where necessary. And then, follow-up sessions are conducted.
This is a program that gives you and your child a second chance. Take us up on this offer.
For further information, visit the Dispute Resolution Foundation's website at www.drfja.org or contact them at 876-906-2456 or 876-908-3657, or you can send them an email at drf@drfja.org.
Every Jamaican has the right to know what is happening in Parliament, to know when new laws are being passed, and to give their opinions on legislation before either house.
Every Jamaican has the right to see their representatives in action, making laws, holding the executive to account, representing the people, working for the benefit of all Jamaicans.
It is your right to observe first-hand meetings of the Senate, meetings of the House of Representatives, and the meetings of parliamentary committees. You may also take a tour of your parliament.
To find out more about the Houses of Parliament, please call 876-922-0200, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit our website at www.japarliament.gov.jm.
One sure way to steer young people away from negative actions: keep them engaged in positive activities like farming. It's also a good way to get them outside and active, teaching them responsibility, the value of hard work, making money, and even entrepreneurship.
Nicoy Kernaldi is proof that the strategy actually does work. He took his lessons and became not only a successful farmer, but an agricultural educator.
I have been involved in agriculture for many years now, as far as I can remember, because my parents are both farmers, and growing up in a farmer's household, it was automatic that I developed the skill and also the interest. The strategy that my parents would employ is that though their farm is the main farm, but what they would do, they would give you, let's say, 24 tomato seedlings, and you'll plant those for yourself. So you'll start practicing how to care them, and then you'll harvest them, and then you'll get all of that money. So I started to see the benefit from very early. What my parents did again, they gave each of us a female goat. So we would start the reproduction from early, and that money would go towards our savings.
Imagine what life would be like for your children, rearing their own animals, growing their own produce, making their own money. Just think about it. If you're still not convinced, meet our 5-year-old friend O'Neill Grant, affectionately called Chris, from St. Elizabeth.
Me go take the goat, me feed the fowl, me feed the rabbit. Look at mommy, mama. Come, mama.
Yes, you have rabbit and you feed them a man time. Like sometimes when you go in there, you clean out the coop and you catch water and you give rabbit. Otherwise, in feeding for them, see have chicken neck up, feed them same way. Before Chris 3-year-old, Chris always go and come. Go and come. So after that, follow me go bush a man time, watch how me tie goat them. Sometimes he say, Mama, I want the rope to tie. So sometimes he give me rope to tie, he go and get way. Sometimes he go down there and get way. So I say, all right, Chris, come show you if you tie goat. And he say, all right, Mama. So when Chris start tie goat them, then don't get way again. So it get used to now, till he never remember say, if you go by mother, I just me want to stay with. If me a plan go and help me, anything me I do, he help me. Till after that now, me thought me a raise for chicken them same way. He get up a man time, let me open the coop, he help me feed them. He start getting wash out the pan, give them water same way. When he pluck, he catch them and give me them, we kill them. So everything me I do, Chris Gia helping on the night same way.
And Chris manages to do all this while still making time for his online classes.
I give Chris a goat. Chris say, Mama, he send the goat on big, want to sell him and buy a cow calf.
My goatee, my goatee.
He behave all right enough, so sometimes like you go again trouble now, we dry him and hug him up and put in his head and I walk like I do so I rub him down so I keep myself calm. Like when the sun hot at the time now, he say, Mama, give me one pan. And Chris take a pan, catch water pipe, and go give every one of them water. And come back. And I even know when we reach, I'll say 3-4 o'clock, Chris say, Mama, come ready, we are going to figure out and get him in. Yes, he get used to it, So sometimes when me up here, in the bush long time, go give them water. And sometimes when me look out at what, he get him in already long time.
So you say Chris going to be a farmer?
Yes, I want to be a farmer.
I want to be a farmer, yes.
So if you don't have a farm or yard like Chris to rear animals or to do farming on a large scale, then utilize your backyard and your containers. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle. You can sow seedlings or plant a small vegetable garden and sell your excess to your neighbors. Here's a secret. If you plant okra, once those okra trees start bearing, you can reap every 3 days. So imagine selling at least 5 bags of okra at $100 per bag every 3 days for, let's say, a month. Imagine all that money that you can make. Do the math.
This is where Jamaica Magazine ends today. Of course, another one is being prepared for tomorrow. View it here or on the JIS's website. We share so much more there, so take note of the link on screen and visit the site that's updating you daily on issues of national importance. I'm Theodore Henry. On behalf of the entire production crew, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.